Wild West, where danger lurks behind every shadow and every man and woman carries a past as heavy as the guns they wield. Today, we're diving into The Thicket, 2024, a gritty western directed by Elliot Lester, starring Peter Dinklage, Juliette Lewis, and an ensemble cast that's as rough around the edges as the world they inhabit. Right off the bat, The Thicket introduces us to two characters you won't soon forget. Reginald Jones, a dwarf bounty hunter with a sharp tongue and even sharper aim, played by the ever-impressive Peter Dinklage, and Cutthroat Bill, a scarred, hardened criminal, portrayed by Juliette Lewis. Their first encounter is as brutal as it is revealing, setting the stage for a story where everyone's fighting for a place to belong. But this isn't just a simple tale of good versus evil. Reginald and his partner Eustace, a formidable fighter in his own right, are bounty hunters. They're in it for the money, not the glory. They're hired by Jack, a devout Christian played by Levon Hawke, who's on a desperate mission to save his sister Lula from the clutches of Cutthroat Bill and her vicious gang. The stakes are high, and the odds are even higher. Jack's backstory adds a layer of tragedy to the film. Orphaned by smallpox and ambushed on their way to a new life, he's willing to offer everything he has, including the deed to his family's land, to save Lula. But the question is, what does Cutthroat Bill really want with her? The mystery deepens as the story unfolds, leading us to a place ominously known as the Big Thicket. Now, The Thicket isn't without its flaws. The film is packed with characters, each adding a new layer to the narrative. From James Hetfield's surprising turn as a bounty hunter chasing Reginald, to Leslie Grace's subplot as a prostitute Jack feels compelled to save, the story sometimes feels overstuffed. While the found family theme is intriguing, it can be hard to keep track of everyone, and not all characters are given the depth they deserve. Despite this, Peter Dinklage and Juliette Lewis shine in their roles. Reginald isn't just a dwarf trying to survive. He's a complex character with a tough exterior and a surprising sense of morality. His mentorship of Jack is one of the film's more compelling threads, as he molds the young man into someone capable of rescuing Lula. Meanwhile, Lewis's portrayal of Cutthroat Bill is equally captivating, making her both a terrifying and oddly sympathetic villain. The film builds towards a climactic showdown at the Big Thicket, but unfortunately, the setting doesn't quite live up to its sinister reputation. While the harsh landscapes and period details are visually stunning, the final act lacks the innovative action and intensity you'd expect from a film like this. In the end, The Thicket is a mixed bag. It's got a strong core with Dinklage and Lewis, delivering standout performances, but it's weighed down by an overcomplicated plot and too many side characters. As an adaptation of Joe R. Lansdale's book, it might have benefited from a more streamlined story that focused on what made the original material so compelling. So, is it worth watching? If you're a fan of westerns and strong character-driven stories, absolutely. Just don't expect it to hit all the marks. The Thicket might not be perfect, but it's a ride through the Wild West that you won't soon forget.